What up, class? Just doing the course reflection, so let's just jump into it. Which of the course topics and our assignments are most engaging for you?
I would have to say probably the TED Talk.
I liked the TED Talk, mostly because it encouraged back and forth communication, encouraged dialogue between the two parties, and because it's something that you're very passionate about. So it's something that's outside your life, could be something that's outside your life that you could be passionate about to talk about. So that one was my favorite. Let's see. Which assignment was the most challenging? How did I deal with it? What could have made the assignment more meaningful? Yeah, that one's definitely going to be the Pechakucha. I think doing the moth story first, I got the story down to such a minuscule time, like such a short time, that when doing the Pechakucha with the slides for 20 seconds in that format, I just didn't have any more filler. I didn't know how to fill it, and then if the slide were to change, how it would have affected the flow. So I think maybe do the Pechakucha first, just because it can help get the flow down first, and then people can worry about shrinking it after the moth, or after the Pechakucha for the moth. But that's the only thing I have. If I had something to change the Pechakucha to do that would have made it more like manageable for me, I think I would have just done a slide with blank pages but different colors. So it's just been solid color pages, just for the abstract feeling to it, just so I think the Pechakucha solidifies and adheres other people's stories, emotions, feelings, anecdotes to your story. And I think that a solid color instead of an actual picture would allow more general interpretation of what you're saying, tied in with the emotional contrast of the colors that can be invoked. And so they could adhere to your story emotionally with their own projected self-image, imagination kind of thing going on to your story. That's just something I would have personally have liked to do, have done. There we go, words. What suggestions do you have to improve the course? And then, are there topics I would have liked to have covered? So to include in the course, I definitely would say you need more people in the online Teams class. Mostly just, sorry, I thought my TV was going to turn on. Mostly just because it's super hard to really do a communications class when you don't have a lot of other people on the other side to communicate to or with. And the only reason I'm saying that is because we had Aaron in the class, you were in the class, Professor was in the class. But other than that, just two people. I mean, a three-way conversation isn't bad, but when you're preparing for an audience and you're really trying to get that experience, it's really hard. I would say maybe make at least one of the projects a checkbox, or you must do one of your projects in live online Teams. That way at least half the class goes to one and to the other, or you get a really big turnout and everybody goes to one. And it's just so hard because nobody knows each other. Nobody really interacts, even with the discussions. And it's just sad because in a communications class, I know you, I know Aaron, and I think I've formulated some of a reply communications with Austin, but that's just via discussions. And it's just really hard to see, even if people do videos like this, like it's mandatory to do videos for the discussion. That would be good, just so you could see and hear and understand where people are coming from. But that's just me. Other topics that I would have liked to have covered, I would have liked to have covered maybe more on the audience side, on how audiences perceive or receive speeches or ideas or different styles of communication. That's just me. I feel like we focused on trying to identify and appease the audience, but we didn't know like what types of audiences there are, how to engage audiences, what are their styles of learning, listening, and understanding. I think that'd just be another topic maybe to hit on. I know it's hard. It's 5 weeks. It's an online course. It's quick and personal, but that would just be one thing. And then what questions about the course topics do you have that weren't answered in the content of the course? Yeah, I would say nothing. Everything that the course topics had, there was tons of info, both online and resource-wise in the shell, to truly understand things. Plus, you were also encouraged to kind of go outside the boundaries of the norm and find some cool stuff. So, as far as the summary goes, no, I like the class. I would definitely recommend it. I would just the biggest thing for me was just for a communications class. There was unfortunately limited communication other than the teams. Even with the discussions, everybody does their main and then their minimum 2 replies. I like to at least try and get back to people who do reply to me so they feel like there's an actual discussion going on, but that's the only thing. Just more actual communication. But that's all I got. Thanks for listening, and hope to see you guys in future classes. Hope everybody's doing well, and have a good day.